Hello, Law Geeks. Welcome to Credence Law Learning. In today's lecture, we are going to talk about the salient features to the new law. It's a replaced law of the IPC. We can call it to be a new substantive law for the crime. Here, and this video is being presented by Credence Law for the educational purpose. And in this, we are going to discuss the introduction to the concept of BNS. Speaking of its introduction, India's new criminal code is this BNS, Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, which came into force on July 1st of 2024, which replaced IPC, and it was introduced to address contemporary legal challenges. And then now we'll proceed with discussing the new changes that have been taken place in the Act. First, communication of offences through electronic means. So this definition have been added in section 2. Earlier, there used to be a separate chapter on explanation. Definitions we used to have a separate chapter in the IPC. Here, under new BNS, what they have done, they have inserted the definition clause in section 2 itself. In that section 2, in the clause 39 of 2, they give a definition to the term of commission of offenses through electronic means. Here, whatever the offense that is happening online through technology, by using technology, by using the digital media, then they will have the same meaning what is attached in IT Act of 2002, that is Information Technology Act of 2002, and also the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita. Even Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita, the new BNSs, we find the provisions of filing FIR online, summons online. So the meaning will have the same as given under Information Technology Act and the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita, that is BNSS Act. Number 1. Next, second, community service. Under section 4 of the BNS, forms of punishment have been given. In that, new form of a punishment is added, that is community services. Earlier, we used to have the same, like the death, imprisonment for life, imprisonment of true description, and forfeiture of property. Earlier, we used to have even under IPC, but under BNS, new kind of a punishment is added, new form of a punishment is added, that is community service. Community services, again, now the question is, what is community service? The definition to the community service is given under the attachment to the explanation which is attached to section 23 of BNSS. There it says community service is a work where a court asks the convict to perform as a part of a punishment, where he is going to work in a way that it is going to benefit the community, but without expecting any returns, not entitled to any remuneration. That is second change that you can see in the BNS, Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. And then offenses against the women and the child. There is a separate chapter given under chapter 5, where it contains sections from 63 to 99, where it talks about offenses against the women and the child, women trafficking, child trafficking, and then rape cases, offenses against the child, women is separately given in a chapter 5. That is also one new change what we can see in the BNS. And then causing death by negligence. It's one of the most important change that we can notice here. So what it says under section 106, it says, if any registered medical practitioner, while performing the medical procedure, if they cause death of any person by any rash or negligent act, which is not amounting to culpable homicide, they are going to be punished for a term which may extend to 2 years or fine. This is medical negligence. By medical negligence by the medical practitioner, where the punishment is up to 2 years. This one new change what we can see in BNS. And 106, as we all know, we also witnessed the issues going on in the net. People started protesting to withdraw this 106 clause to subsection 2. It is hit and run case. Hit and run case. Whosoever causes death by rash and negligent driving to be punished for a term which may extend to 10 years. That was the provision which is, it is there, still it is there, but it is on hold. That is one change that we can witness in the new law. And then, yeah, it is just a quick information about the classes available. If you're looking for proper guidance, handwritten notes, classes, and then want to know the pattern of writing and want to know the guidance from the university toppers, you can just contact to the number given. And the next very important, the definition, what we can see in the new BNS is the definition to the term called organized crime. Now the question is, what is organized crime? Organized crime is any any continuing unlawful activity which can be kidnap, robbery, vehicle theft, extortion, land grabbing, contract killing, economic offense, cyber crime, trafficking of person, drug weapon, or illicit goods or service, human trafficking for prostitution. If this crimes have been committed by group of people or one people acting on behalf of the whole group, they call it to be a organized crime syndicate. Organized crime syndicate is also mentioned where two or more people uh, acting singly or jointly, where they indulge in the unlawful activities of, as just I mentioned, robbery, kidnapping, theft, extortion, land grabbing, and contract killing, economic offense, and all. Now, punishment. Punishment is given under section 111 itself, 111 itself. What it says is, whoever causes death, as a result of organized crime, if the death is caused, then the punishment is going to be death sentence or imprisonment for life, or which may be liable for a term which may not fine. Fine can extend to 10 lakh rupees. In other cases, if the result is not death, then at that point of time, the punishment can extend to 5 years or fine of 5 lakh rupees. Excuse me. Next, 112, 112, petty organized crimes. There is a meaning in the term itself. Petty organized crimes is whoever, being a member of a group, maybe acting singly or jointly, commits theft, snatching, kidnap, cheating, unauthorized selling of ticket, gambling, selling of public examination question papers, or any other similar criminal activities is going to be considered to have committed the petty organized crime. And the punishment may extend for 1 year. And then we have a terrorist act. What is terrorist act? 113. So 11, 112, 113. 113, section 113 talks about terrorist act. Whosoever does any act with the intent to threaten, it is with an intent to threaten what? Unity, integrity, sovereignty, security, or economic security of India, where it is likely to strike like when it is likely to intend to strike a terror in the country, then the punishment is going to be death if the result is a death. And in other cases, the punishment may extend to 5 years or fine or imprisonment for life. So if the offense has resulted the death, the punishment is going to be that sentence. In other cases, the punishment will be for 5 years. So one thing what we can observe in the definition of this 111, 112 and 13 is, in the definition sections itself, they have mentioned the punishments. So then we have mob lynching. Now the question is, what is mob lynching? Mob lynching is when a group of 5 or more persons acting in concert, like they all come together to commit a murder. On what grounds? On the grounds of race, caste, gender, place of birth, and any other similar grounds. They are going to be punished for a term which may extend to life or death sentence, and can also be liable for fine. This is mob lynching. Mob lynching is 5 or more people acting where to commit a murder on the grounds of the following: race, religion, caste, community, place of birth. It's also one of the most important change that we can witness in the new law. And then removal of the adultery. Adultery is decriminalized. Then we have the last section. What I've taken up here is, whosoever, if somebody promises a lady to marry, upon this hope, if the men have any kind of a physical relation, if any kind of a intercourse happens with a female, and if a female does the same, thinking that the person may marry her in future, but this was done to deceive her, to just misuse her. At that point of time, it may be considered to have the intercourse by deceitful means, where the punishment can extend to 10 years or fine. So these are the certain important changes that we can witness in the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita, sorry, Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, BNS, Bharatiya, in short, what we call it to be a BNS, Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. This is all about the few changes and the few salient features of the BNS. If you are in need of any guidance, you can contact to the number given. All the best for your upcoming exams.